I consider number 9 a ratios question only because thinking about ratios and units is probably the safest way to make sure you don't make a careless mistake here. When they talk about units in a question, it's really important to just keep track of everything. So this is a great example of like how showing your work can make your work easier to follow for your own brain and minimize the possibility of getting tricked. So in this case, let's pay attention to what they're asking for. They want the population density. So you don't need to kind of guess what that means. They tell you it's the people per square mile of land area. So you could even write that as a ratio, as a fraction, right? So the number of people per square mile of land. And the land piece is important because they tell us that some of this area is water. So we can already start to fill in part of our ratio here. We know that there are 621,000. That's going to be important. If you mess up the zeros, you're going to get this wrong, actually. 621,000 people. Put that on top so that you see that that matches with what your expectations are. Then we need to figure out the amount of land area. Well, 92.1 is the total, and 11.3 is the water. So do some subtraction to get that the land is 80.8. If you neglect that step, if you put 11.3 on the bottom or 92.1 on the bottom, you're going to get other answer choices here. They're not random numbers. They're what you get if you make the most common mistake. So be careful of that. Now, though, we have a ratio, and we're basically just solving for it, for the top. It's almost like we know, okay, there's X people per 1 square mile of land, and that's how this is kind of like a ratio. But really, we're just reducing this fraction, and our calculator will do that for us, so we can just use that. 621,000, 1, 2, 3 zeros, divided by 80.8 is going to be a weird number, 7,685.6, which isn't an answer, but it's only close to choice B, which is the right answer. They sometimes make you round those kinds of arithmetic questions just to maybe throw you off a little bit. But if you had divided 621,000 by 92.1, you would have gotten choice A. So that's if you divide by this. And if you divide by the 11.3, you get choice C. And then if you, like I said before, if you forget a zero as you're entering 621,000 into your calculator, you're going to get choice D and miss the line, the zeros. So all of these are very common mistakes, and this is why showing your work on your page, even on a calculator question, is important. Just keep track of everything. It just gives your brain another way to catch a careless mistake. And if you double the odds of you seeing the mistake, then you double the odds that you catch it and you actually fix it and get the question right. So I think it's worth the time to show your work on a question like this.